whoops, help me spell it. Join me live on YouTube. Let's talk. Talk stocks. AMC. Let's do, what else do we have on the list today that we were watching? SPY, Uber, ACB, and more. I have all right, 2 seconds. It's going to be a quick one today because I had to shuffle everything around. I'm teaching at 12:30. So I will be very fast today and brief. We won't be able to go over too many stocks. Let me get the chat up above on the computer, up above up here. And let's come back to right here. All right. Okay. I am a little bit early, so probably surprised a couple of people that I am on early. So let's pop on over to the SPY, right? Oh, I've set it up. Let me put this back, sync them together, symbols together, the SPY over here, and we'll make this one the 24-hour chart. And I don't see anybody on the chat. All right, I'll make this 15 minutes. All right, so here we go. The purple line is the anchored volume weighted average price from yesterday's open. So I find that many times it will actually bounce off of the anchored VWAP on the chart the next day. So sure enough, we came down, we bounced, had a nice recovery up here. These were my levels to watch for breaking out up above or breaking down below. And right now, is there anybody there on the chat? I don't see, it says hide chat, but I don't see any chat yet. I don't know if it's an issue with my live stream over here. Let me refresh this and see. There we go. Now the chat is up. All right, perfect. So right now, still watching if this breaks down below 379.80 for a break down below. And the Qs, if we break down below, my first target would be 379.36, then on down to 376.70. The Qs today, let's check out the Qs. Awesome. Thanks, Asif. Yeah, I'm on a little early because I will be teaching at 12:30, so I'm going to be jumping off around 12:25. Actually, maybe 12:20. So up here we have strong resistance at 317.80. There was a nice trade when we broke above 317.20, nice 60 cents, but we still see a lot of big selling wicks right here. Big buying as it came down here and bounced. Not quite the anchored VWAP from yesterday. Potentially more room to come down to roughly 315 here. IWM is starting to roll over a little bit. It's a little extended from this upward trend that we have going on and pulling back down. So keeping this on watch to see if the Russell will roll over first. Looks like, there we go. Let's extend that right there. So it's up at the upper bound. Could easily come back down to 202.48 over here. Dow Jones Industrial Average up, extended away. We have a nice little trend right here, an upward. I know trend lines are typically at the bottom. Sometimes I will use it as an area to watch. Hey, this was a support in the past, then it became a resistance. We've popped up above it again. Will this end up being a resistance or a support? Will it break down further? All right, so on the list today, let's check out Amazon. You guys know I like to watch Amazon. We are testing the support area, the top of this box over here, looking to see. I don't like the fact that this is rolling over. We have the moving averages above us as resistance. However, we are holding this trend line. You can see that it bounced off of this trend line a couple of times. A little bit more volume came in each time. So will this bounce and reverse up? We have this descending trend line there, which we've broken above. So watching this to see, I'm going to get rid of this one right here as well. And seeing, are we going to hold this box as a support level as well as this trend line? We have this box set up from over here. I've just extended it to see if this will continue as a support level, which it has proven itself. So it's proven itself once, broke down here, support here, again, a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders, came up, hit the target, pulled back down. Will it bounce off of that 31.51 area? Really watching this to see. Might be prime time to enter, but I don't like that it is below the moving averages on the daily. That's my one thing. And we have a little bit of a resistance right here. So I think I will watch this more for a breakout above this trend line. Let's add an alert right there. Crossing up. I want to catch it on the way up, not on the way down. All right, Tesla, man, was I wrong. But I didn't sell all of my position, which is why I like to scale, right? So, hey, over here, I got out of most of my position. I left all my profits in Tesla. Good thing. Here is a trend line too. Will we come up and hit 896 today? That's roughly another area before it comes back down. We have gone parabolic at this point. Might easily come back down to that 780 level. I would likely enter if it can hold that 780 level, see that it bounces as a support area. All right. Also on my list, plug today, the first potential long on the list, had nice move, breaking above that 52 mark for $3 to the upside. BLDP as well today, pretty much sideways, but it has gone parabolic as well. And when we look back over time, it was all the way down at 56 cents. I remember when it was back down at 56 cents and I had a bunch of it, and now I'm kicking myself that I sold it all, right? Micron Technologies had moved today, breaking down to the downside, went a bit parabolic, and that's normal that it might come back down to that 78.50 level. ACAM as well on the watch list for potential long, but it failed, pulled down below 11.50 to 11.25. Little short there. Futu, the final one on the long list today, had a nice move above 61 up to 66. Look at that number. Hello, happy Friday, Shrieker. Yeah, we'll look at Fastly and DDOG. I've got just about 10 more minutes left because I will be teaching at 12:30. I'm off today, which is why I'm not really trading today. I'm more watching the market because my brain is not off. I didn't sleep very well. Sarepta had a big drop down, news that they had a problem with their drug. Oh, I'm sorry, Financial Freedom. Yeah, my daughter had an ophthalmologist appointment. I did put it out on Twitter, so that's why I was not here for the live stream yesterday. Family first, right? That's why I got into this. So I was with my daughter wearing the mom hat as the priority yesterday. Thanks for letting me know you missed me. And then we also had SNY, Sanofi. This is right down the street. There's talks of them also creating a vaccine. I don't know if you guys see it. Pretty strong resistance up here at 52 area. You can see every time in the past it's hit that, it's pulled back down. It popped up for a little bit, but overall that 52 area is fairly strong. And now we've broken down. We're testing that 425 over here. We broke above today. Small long trade was on my short list. ACB as well on the short list this morning, and pretty much hasn't gone anywhere. Uber today, nice short today. It took a little bit of a while for the setup, but it followed the moving averages right on down. So right here, a tiny little short trade, but this was the bigger one right here, right up into that 11 o'clock hour. And DDD as well. DDD went parabolic yesterday, had an upgrade. Many times we will see that it will tend to drop the next day after an upgrade. However, today it surged even higher back up. So nice $8 move to the upside there. And we'll watch to see if this is that peak of the buyer's exhaustion and the sellers dropping down. All right, let's look over Fastly. So Fastly, all right. Fastly, we have this box for some reason, right? This is a box from over here, and it's pretty much still holding within it. So it's right in the middle. We're hitting the anchored VWAP right here. So potential long, but we're battling against these moving averages and this trend line right here. So this is potential short area if it rejects that trend line to me. T went down today. Yeah, we'll look at AT&T, sure. And so watching to see, we're in the middle of this consolidation box. I'm going to make it lighter. I don't like that it is so, let's make this a bit more opaque. There we go. So it's inside this box, looking to see, I don't like that it's heading down. I would rather catch it on the upside once it's broken the moving averages. I like to use that 21 EMA, that dotted line, as my potential for it to continue. And with Roku, I paid up for, usually I will leave my profits in like I did with Tesla. I don't know why when I traded Roku 2 days ago, I sold all of it. I'm kicking myself because I could have kept my entry from 340, but I bought back my profits up here at 400 and willing to let it grow. I like the product. I like the chart. This has the potential to really catapult higher. Roku is a great streaming platform for pretty much any streaming service. Having that little product, it's in TVs. So I like this personally longer term, and I did not buy my full position. I just put my profits back in to let that grow, as I have in Tesla right now, and it's grown exponentially. All right, and let's look at DDOG. Oh, SPY is crossing up 380.54. So DDOG right now, nice reversal off of the bottom down here. So we had big volume and it's moving to the upside. I would look for 102 right here as a shoulder area, right? So it looks like a shoulder ahead and potentially a shoulder. If it's not able to break above that 102, I would look for potential breakdown roughly of $95 and then move from $112, $7 down, so potentially down to 88 down here, which it almost pretty much hit. But I would look for, if it breaks that 95 to the downside, potential move to $88. And let's look at AT&T. And then if you guys have any other ones you want to check out, let me know as well. So AT&T, yeah, pretty dramatic. Oh, it looks like it's likely in relation to the dividend, financial freedom. It was a 52-cent dividend, so it's weaker than expected because it dropped down an additional 47 cents. So that's not necessarily a good thing. Looking at it, my pleasure, Shrieker, no problem, anytime. That's why I'm here. So when we're looking at this, I'm clicking on the wrong chart. That's not going to help you guys. We see that we have support over here, roughly 28.50, and we have earnings coming up in just a couple of days. The ex-dividend date was likely right here on the 8th. Let's click, get rid of that. So we had higher than normal volume on the 4th, which makes sense. They were likely buying to get into the dividend of 50 cents. And look, it came pretty much right back down there. So I would be interested to see if we close below this candlestick right here, then we might see that it really drops further. However, they brought it right back down. So maybe we will find a support level here and it will bounce off of that. We are in a gap fill, which it did fill today. So it bounced off of 280.80. Yeah, we'll look at that, Nicholas. 28.80. So this, if we close above over here, $29, potential chance for that to rebound and bounce right back up going into earnings. And let's look at SBE. Is that Schwab? No, Switchback Energy. All right, let's take this off, whatever drawing this was. All right, so this looks to me to have quite resistance every time that it hits 42.50. Looks as if sellers step in. You see wick here, it was not able to hold up above, just a bounce up above here. So would really watch to see where we end up for the close for today, in my opinion. Are we going to stay in this upward trend, or are we going to close weak and close down further down by 39.60? There's a potential for that. The market feels really overextended to me personally. However, if we look at the fear and greed index, right, from CNN, it was just at, I think it was at 72 yesterday. Yeah, we're just at greed, right? That's not extreme greed, which is where we were 1 year ago. We were at extreme greed. We were at extreme greed 1 month ago. And now the market momentum is extreme greed. Stock price strength is extreme greed. Put and call is extreme greed. Just greed on safe haven demand and stock price breadth. Normal for market volatility, and junk bond demand is in fear mode. So looking at this right now, feeling as if potentially that seasonality might happen with a pullback. This is making me hungry for lunch. So keeping everything on watch, not going too heavy in either direction, looking for potential entry to maybe pull back into the market. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong screen again. So watching to see if we are topping off here, maybe next target up above, up at 382 today. If we do break 381, that's where I would be looking as a target is that next whole dollar. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Oh, Austin, we'll look at that really, really quickly. Right now, this looks as if it's in a potential bearish correction type scenario, Austin, to me. It has this downward trend right here. It broke an upward trend, right? And it's coming back down, hit the 15 EMA. So I would watch that 380 level for support. If it breaks down below 380, then maybe back down to 330. Okay? Settings for VWAP. Anchored VWAP, Kevin, is right over here. Anchored VWAP, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. All right, have a great weekend. I will see you all on Sunday. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Have a great one. Thanks for joining me, guys.